Every time I drink out of this mug, I always think of Haley Tiefert. It reminds me of The Odd Couple when Haley and I played the Pigeon Sisters. I know these aren't pigeons, they're geese. I'm just saying. I think at one point we used that in our research. Those two geese from Aristocats reminded us of how the Pigeon Sisters might act. I don't know. I thought I would take time to tell y'all about my new job. In the first Vlogmas, I told y'all that I moved to a new apartment, I got a dog, and I have a new job. If you watched the last Vlogmas, you've seen the apartment, you've obviously seen Dottie multiple times. What you don't know a lot about is my job, and if you follow me on social media, you might already know that I work for some sort of like popsicle shop, but you don't know a whole lot about what I do, so I thought I would take this time to explain that a little more and kind of tell you how I got to where I am now too, because I think that kind of got a little lost over the months that I was MIA. Now that I've said that like 5 times, I'm gonna eat my breakfast. Y'all watch the intro, because what is Vlogmas without intro? I'll catch you back in like 5 seconds. There was a vlog that I did where I went to UPTA. That was the conference that Anna Marie and I went to and auditioned for all these companies. I think I got like 8 or 9 callbacks. Had quite a few theaters that were really, really interested. If you know me, my faith is very important to me. I put a lot of prayer and faith into going and auditioning, believing that and knowing that the Lord has a plan and a purpose, not only for me, but for everybody. But he had a plan and a purpose for me, even though I can't see what it is. And so I went and auditioned. After you audition and you go to your callbacks, after that it's kind of just like you wait. That was in February, so I come back home from Memphis. It's still February and I'm waiting to hear back from these companies. And I turned down going back to Blue Gate Musicals because I just didn't feel like that's where the Lord wanted me to continue on for another season. Some of you may disagree with that, but again, I just didn't feel like that's where the Lord wanted me. And so I turned that down. Knowing that it was a leap of faith because I hadn't gotten any job offers from anywhere else, but just believing that the Lord was going to provide. Trying to really listen and tune my ear to him and what he was saying to me and speaking to my heart. I continued to wait to hear back from theater companies and reached out to them and was asking if they needed anything else from me. So then I needed a job temporarily because bills are still here. Bills don't stop just because you don't have a job. So I started working at a local popsicle business called Frio's Gourmet Pops. It started in Gadsden, Alabama. For a while, it was just in Alabama. And now we have them in Texas and Tennessee and Georgia and all these other places. So it's really starting to expand and it's become a franchise, and so that's really cool. While I was out working in Ohio and Indiana, Michael and Michaela were working for this company. Thankfully, Troy Stubbs, who owns the River Region stores, hired me just to work retail. So I was working in the popsicle shop, waited and waited and waited, and just nothing happened, and came to the realization that nothing was going to happen. One prayer that I always tell people, just because it's so funny, I always pray, Lord, don't put me back in Montgomery. I don't want to be back here. Don't put me back in Montgomery. And here I am. And it's just one of those things where you just have to trust and know that the Lord knows what he's doing, even when you don't, and that his timing is perfect, regardless of what we think the timing should be. So I'm back in Montgomery, Alabama. And there's a reason for it, you guys. I could not be happier. I'm getting to go to church at the Highlands, which is, I just love that place. I'm getting to be involved there. I'm getting to just be with my family. I graduated high school, went straight to college, and then for 2 summers while I was in college, my sophomore and junior year, I was in South Carolina. And then 2 weeks after I graduated from college, I was in Ohio, and then I came home for a few weeks after that contract ended and went back to Indiana. So about 6 years, I was away from home for just, sporadic times. Back to my job. after working retail for a few months and figuring out that I was going to be here for a while, I can't really keep just working retail, because while it's providing for me now, long term, I can't just keep doing this retail job. I expressed that to my boss and said, I would love to stay here and work, but I don't think I can. Ended up to where he now had 2 stores open, was working on a 3rd in Tallahassee, and was working on a 4th here in downtown Montgomery. Him recognizing that he was about to have 4 stores. A manager would probably come in handy. We sat down and talked about it, and I took on the role of district manager for all of the River Region stores. My job is that I go to all the different stores and I manage them, and I manage the employees, I make the schedule, I do all sorts of things. On top of being a district manager, I also decided to go back to school. My dad's Alabama GI dependent bill came through, so Michael and Michaela actually get to go to school for as free as you can nowadays, which is nice for them. However, it didn't come into play for me and Brittany, so I do still have student loans to pay, but I could go back to school if I wanted to and get a online degree. And so that is what I did. I started at UAB because I had planned to move to Birmingham, and the Lord, changed that. So I'm actually going to go back to school at Troy for an online business degree. I wanted to choose a second bachelor's degree that would pair nicely with my theater degree, and business seemed the most appropriate for me because I'm looking to start my own theater eventually, and I think that that's going to be really exciting and really cool. But that's a big dream that I have, is to open my own theater, and I'd love to have a special needs program attached to the theater so that children with special needs can come there as like an after-school program, and not only that, but come and have an outlet and a way to express themselves.
It's great, you guys. I'm loving life right now. I'm loving what the Lord's doing, and it's amazing how when you just step back and you don't try to control everything, and not in a way that you have a lazy or an I don't care attitude, but in a way of like, I'm going to do the best with what the Lord has given me right now and continue to grow and continue to learn. And always knowing that the Lord is in control and that the Lord has the power to be able to shift and change anything. And when He does, just listen and just go with it. Anyway, that's my job. I'm supposed to be starting school next semester. Anyway, I'm going to get some work done. I hope that this has been an informative Vlogmas. Alright, I will see you guys in Vlogmas episode 6. Y'all have a good rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this. Merry Vlogmas!